keep roping back to this conclusion that there's no grand plan and no one's in charge. It's all just fumbling around in the dark, and half the time you're not even sure why you're fumbling. You're so desperate for something to pin your peace of mind to that you'll do all sorts of stupid things in its name. You don't mean to break up a marriage, but if it might let you sleep like a normal person again, suddenly you start considering it. You don't mean to become a drunk, but if drinking is the only way to keep some tiny compartment of your life sane, then it's straight to the bottle. I have this fear of death. When I was 11 years old, I had a dog, and I loved this dog with my whole heart and soul. He was amazing. He was a little tiny chihuahua. His name was Poppy, and Poppy passed away in my arms. Poppy had eaten chocolate, and their digestive tract had become so congested, just absolutely destroyed, that they passed in my arms. I didn't know what to do. And then I asked my mom, can you fix this? My mom had been able to fix everything before. She had fixed my bike. She had fixed my boo-boos. She had fixed everything that had happened in my life. And she said, no, Poppy's gone. And I said, what does that mean? She said, Poppy is dead. I didn't know truly what that meant. I thought that Poppy would wake up. I thought Poppy would be fine. But at that moment, I realized, oh, okay, dogs don't live that long. And then she said, well, one day you're going to die too. And I said, I won't wake up anymore? She said, yes. And I said, oh, okay. I didn't think much of it back then. I just thought, well, I guess I better not eat chocolate. And I didn't eat chocolate for quite some time. That's the conclusion I got of that. And then later, when I was 16, I began to get this dread. I had not chosen a career I wanted to do. I had not decided if I wanted to go to college. I felt like my life was going a downward track. I felt like everything in my life was spiraling out of control. And I didn't know what I really wanted to do. And I didn't know what I was here for. I had thought everybody else around me had it all figured out because they never stressed about it, and I'm not sure if they ever thought about it. I see older people and they feel like they had their purpose. The plumber plums, the electrician is electrician, the blacksmith is a blacksmith. I would learn all these trades and college professions, these doctors, and I felt like they had their plans and they thought about this. They had put it down and written it down somewhere. They had some way to memorize all the things they wanted to do, and I didn't have a clue. And that's when I think the true horror of existence truly set in. What is my purpose? Am I going to find that before I pass? I fear that on my deathbed, on my very last day, that is when the true essence of things will come into the room and kiss me gently on my forehead and tell me how I should have conducted my life. I fear that hell is not a fire pit but a museum of regrets. I fear this so deeply that it keeps me up at night and I don't know what to do. And I've been told this before, that I don't know is brave. I'll never know is heroic. In regards to my purpose, I am in an impossibly complex universe. I fear the cosmic horror of the way I step on grass and ants and twigs. A greater being will step on me in that same capacity, and my purpose is the fact that I'm just here. Is that really all what it was for? I dread this thought. I don't know. I'll sit silently with infinite volume. Mind is only matter that knows it's matter. Matter is only mine that is yet to become mind. I think so deeply about these stupid paradoxical thoughts all the time. So stupid. I feel so idiotic. And I get back to the same conclusion over and over again, that if I were to pass right now, the cat would still eat from the tuna can. The world would still spin. Hurricanes would still go. Homeless people will still be homeless. Am I supposed to have some grand design? Am I supposed to help? I feel as though there's something bigger I'm supposed to be doing. I don't want to be on this earth knowing I have nothing contributed to it. It makes me feel small. In my entire life, I felt small. I don't want to feel small, and it makes me get this fear of encroaching demise every single instance of my life. I don't want this. I don't. It makes me feel insignificant somehow. as if I'm supposed to be plotting out something. If I sleep, I'm wasting time. If I take a nap, I'm wasting time, as if I can't have any recreational activities. Oh, you're playing the game for 10 hours. You're wasting time. Why aren't you streaming? Why aren't you grinding? Why aren't you making money? As if I'm not giving my brain a chance to relax because I feel like I'm supposed to be doing something bigger than me, when the biggest priority has always been me. And I have to think about this all the time, where my priorities lie, where I lie, where do I lie down every night, where do I sleep, is this worth it, am I getting a good night's rest, is this rest worth it, can I afford to rest right now, am I allowed? That's a stupid thought. And I now understand this. Why do you make money? You make money to make memories. That is the purpose of that. Why do you make friends? You make friends to make memories. The true purpose I've discovered of existence isn't that I'm supposed to solve world hunger or help every homeless person. I just have to keep the ones I want close. I'm supposed to realize that money is finite and infinite. The only thing that's truly not finite and infinite is time. Time that I have on this earth. The small, maybe 80 years I'm allotted, and I've only lived a small 27 of them. I have to do what I need to do to feel great. As long as I'm feeling good about what I'm doing, as long as I'm sleeping and getting my rest and eating, if I feel good about what I've done, there's no reason to question my purpose. I don't have some grand design, the grand schema of this. I don't have some greater purpose in all of this. I need to stop trying to be a part of everything and for a moment be a part of myself. I have not allowed myself to really combat the great quiet battle with one's mind. I allow it to go on for far too long, where I have these thoughts of dread, like I'm wasting time, not happening, nothing's happening, I'm not doing anything. However, I need to save myself. Save a drowning fool, and he'll be back in the river the next day. And what then? Leave him to drown? You're no better than a murderer. I need to save myself. I need to allow myself to swim and just enjoy the water or float. Not worry about the destination, the end point. Just a journey along the way. Make the memories, meet the people, and maybe during the journey, I'll find a new destination. I keep worrying about the end goal of what could happen and what will happen because I'm paranoid. I'm paranoid that what if all this does have a purpose and I'm not fulfilling mine? However, that's not true. I make friends, I have a nice place to sleep, I have food in my belly. I'm fine. I'm happy. It's so stressful to always be worried about what's next. Worrying about what's next so much that I'm not even concerned about what's now. We practice for death every single night. We sleep. It is death rehearsal. And we are all A-list actors when it comes to death rehearsal. We are amazing at it. Sometimes we get an extra practice with naps. We've been practicing for our final role our entire lives, our grand performance, to sleep. That is the reward for a life well lived. It is a reward, not a punishment. It is a reward. When you get to a certain point, you probably will be sick of being here. You have seen all you want to see. All your friends will have gone, or your people will have passed. You will have made all the money you have needed to make. You'll be fine. And at that point, when you get there, you'll know that death was never supposed to be scary. Ever. It was inviting, it was welcoming, it was warm, and it comes for us all. I once heard that there's a meteor coming from the sky, and it takes us out, one by one, each time, slowly but surely. And that is why I know, within my heart of hearts, within my deepest parts of my soul, that this is good. And as long as this is good, as long as I'm fine, I'll be fine. I know. I know that we have to do this together. We have to do this together. And that's the worst part. There's a strange bravery to our condition. We're brought into existence in a apparently dead and potentially infinite universe. And we're supposed to just get along in this infinity as if we're not supposed to wonder about our place in this infinity. There's so many things we gotta do in this infinity too. We gotta be a good human, a good worker, a good son, daughter, parent. We gotta be uninhibited without recklessness, trying to muddle through without making any silly decisions, trying to align ourselves to correct political opinions, trying to be self-conscious, politically correct, trying to stay thin, trying to be attractive, trying to be smart, trying to find the ideal partner, trying to stay financially secure, trying, and all while trying just to find some modest corner of meaning and belonging and sanity to go and sit in, all while on the edge of dying forever. But you're not alone. While it is different, each separate mind and each separate person, we are all the same in the capacity that we all fear it. We all experience it. Whether you're Jeff Bezos or a homeless man under the bridge, you all will have to experience death one day. It is something unavoidable by everyone. It is where we all come together. It is the human collective consciousness finally finding one thing we can all join together on, and it is beautiful. I'm happy we all get to experience it. I do not fear this anymore. So let's do it together, right?